This is Eagle Al, and today I want to talk about Nick Sirianni and his strategy to get over the Super Bowl hangover.
Hell yeah.
Gotta hell yeah that, man. Nick Sirianni, gotta salute him. Gotta salute him. Also, want to say prayers up to Gardner Johnson. No matter how much he dissed the Eagles, we got to say a prayers up to him. Hopefully he get over his knee injury. I'm hearing that it's not that serious, so that's good to hear because he did sign a 1 year deal and he gambled. If he get hurt, of course he's going to get some money, but man, hopefully it's not that serious. And lastly, I want to talk about Milton Williams sending a strong message to the Eagles organization, to the Eagle fans, trying to beat the odds. But let's get straight into it. All right, so let's talk about the first story you see here on the right side of me. This article I seen about Martin Frank about how Nick Sirianni is preparing to get this team not to go into a Super Bowl hangover. We've seen teams that lost that, or even teams that won that just fell off of a cliff. First team that come to mind, Rams, Buccaneers fell off a cliff, but those are teams that won. But I can't really say Cincinnati fell off a cliff, but they did not get there. You've seen teams that lose that just simply cannot get back, or take them years and years to get back. But we avoided that. We basically kept the same offense intact. I can't really say defense, but we did get some really good replacements, like a Jalen Carter is a really good replacement. I would say getting Terrell Edmonds, especially for Marcus Epps, is a really good replacement. Like, we replaced a lot of good pieces, and then we hoping some young rookies just step up for sure. We hoping like a Jordan Davis take that next step, and Jalen Carter can really be that guy. N'Kobe Dean, we hoping he take that next step. But what Nick Sirianni really said is that I don't try to say that, oh yeah, we beat the odds, because a lot of people did not think we could make it to the Super Bowl. Because you got to remember, when we was going into the year, even with the team we had, a lot of people thought, well, if the Eagles win a playoff game, that's a W for them. So sometimes a team mindset could be like, yo, we beat the odds already. Why keep doing this? Why stay hungry? We got to the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts was this, Jalen Hurts was that. Instead, Nick Sirianni, according to this article, is going with the approach like, yo, I was in tears. I mean, I'm yelling at these dudes. We supposed to win that Super Bowl. So he's taking the approach that we underachieve, and it's time to go reach that ultimate goal in football, which is win the championship. And I like that approach. Don't go to the approach like, hey, guys, we did what we were supposed to do. Then your team get lax. Your team get lazy. They don't care about it. We did what we were supposed to do. Our team was considered one of the best teams in the NFL. Well, like I said, Nick Sirianni approaches that, yeah, we was this and that, we was that. We got to get back there and show them like we're really the best team. Like, I know Madden ratings don't mean anything, but it's a reason why we're the second best team and not the first best team. Roster to roster with the Chiefs, I think we're the best team. But Madden got it that the Chiefs are the best team because they won the ultimate thing. So we have to do the same thing. Our team is too talented, too good. We have to go get that championship. Now, defense is a bit shaky because you're just really hoping a lot of these guys step up. We knew that was going to happen coming into the season. We knew we was going to lose possibly both or one of our linebackers. We end up losing both. We knew we couldn't pay Javon Hargrave. Marcus Epps got one of his biggest contracts. Gardner Johnson, we hope he could have stayed, but unfortunately he didn't. But we did maintain the James Bradbury and Darius Slay. So the defense worried me a bit, new defensive coordinator, but I think I can be better than Jonathan Gannon. So we'll see, man. We'll see if Nick Sirianni approach work. I hope it do. But speaking of Gardner Johnson, let's talk about, I think that's the next one I got here. Yep, there we go. Gardner Johnson. Training camp just started, man. Just started for certain teams, not our team, not the Eagles, but certain teams. And Gardner Johnson was carted off with a non-contact injury. Non-contact is actually worse than contact injuries because more than likely it's a soft tissue or a tear or something like that that can wipe out your whole season. But it's good to read this by Thomas R. Peterson that there's some optimism that CJ Gardner Johnson non-contact injury might not be too serious. It just might not be too serious. So that's really good to hear because I'm actually looking forward to the Eagles versus Lions in the playoffs. I really hope that happen, and we blow these dudes out the water. I really do, for sure. So hopefully CJ Gardner Johnson can get over this injury because it's a lot of hopes for him. Honestly, them getting Branch is starting to look better and better and better because it's like, he got hurt, but at least we got Kirby Joseph, who I like a lot, and Branch from Alabama. So they might be okay at the safety position, but that doesn't help CJ Gardner Johnson's case because his case is that I'm worth a lot of money. And say if he had to miss about 4 weeks, and those guys are doing really good. Not saying CJ Gardner Johnson is going to lose his starting position, but it will be a lot of talks about him losing his starting position if they are doing good without him. So prayers up to CJ Gardner Johnson again. And also, before I even get into the next subject, some of you Eagles fans are pissing me off. Yeah, he took the unclassy way. Yes. And a lot of Eagles fans are not classy at all. But to say, thank God, or yes, this and that happened, or I seen one that said bang, like this is really good. It's not good. It make us look bad. He's actually winning his case. That Eagles fans are obnoxious, but that's the minority of Eagles fans. I hate when the minority of Eagles fans, not saying like color, race, like minority, like the small percentage of Eagles fans do that. Then they apply it to all Eagles fans, whereas though I would say about 90% of Eagles fans are saying prayers up, but there's that little nicky-nacky 10% that's saying negative things. And I don't know what to say about those fans. I really don't. I mean, again, prayers up for CJ Gardner Johnson. And hopefully, Eagles, Lions, playoffs. It got to happen. If it's the NFC Championship game, if it's the divisional round, because I don't think we're making it to the wild card, meaning that I think we're going to win the division. We're going to break that cycle of repeat winners. And I think it's going to be enough wins to have a bye, in my opinion. I think we're going to be the best team in the NFC again, in my opinion. All right. And lastly, got to talk about, I'm going to get you out the way. Milton Williams send a strong message. We all know camp is tomorrow. I can't wait to camp. But Milton Williams decided to send a strong message like, beat the odds. Like he's trying to beat the odds. And not saying the odds for him is slim again on the roster, but he's saying he's going to get better. Each year, he's creeping and he's creeping and he's creeping. He's getting better and better and better. So, Milton Williams, hopefully you can do it because you got competition ahead of you. Jalen Carter, a lot of people expect him to start. You got Jordan Davis. And honestly, right now, we haven't seen Jalen Carter play at the NFL level, but we've seen Jordan Davis. And if I was the decision maker right now, I would probably put Milton Williams ahead of both, in my opinion. A lot of people probably don't agree with me with that, but I will put Milton Williams in front of both because Milton Williams, anytime he hit the field, he made an impact. That's just my opinion. I might sound crazy saying it because of the high expectations for both guys, but Milton Williams is a dog, man. He got to see the field. I know we're crowded at defensive line, but when Milton Williams, when he stepped on the field, he was a difference maker. And I think he deserves, and I think he will earn his playing time. And I think he will beat the odds. I think he'll get a lot more playing time than a lot of people think. And I won't be surprised if we go into a season where as though it's like Milton Williams playing beside Fletcher Cox. I just wouldn't be surprised. I mean, say that. But if it don't happen, It don't happen. But he will make this team for sure. Beat the odds, Milton Williams. I'm rooting for you, man. And keep doing big things. Keep doing big things. Keep showing that I'm this guy. Keep making those wild plays. Because when I seen him on the field, he made a lot of wild plays. Like, why is this guy not getting more playing time? But when you got Sue, when you got Joseph, when you got Javon Hargrave, it's hard. It's going to be hard again. But I think he has a better shot of moving up in the roster spot against these guys than the last year guys, in my opinion. But again, shout out to Milton Williams. Keep doing you. Beat the odds. But let me get up out of here. The lunch break is almost over. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about what Milton Williams said? He's trying to beat the odds. I got to give it to him. I think he will beat the odds for sure. He's one of my favorite players on the team. Might got to get a Milton Williams jersey. I really love Milton Williams, man. Also, CJ Gardner Johnson. Prayers up to him. And can Nick Sirianni do it? Can he get this team to beat the odds? But this is Eagle Al. I'm up.